Is your big family home starting to feel like a drain and a never-ending chore? What if downsizing wasn't a compromise? What if it was the smartest decision you could make to unlock massive financial freedom? Hey guys, I'm Lucas Smith, your local real estate expert. Downsizing isn't just about moving to a smaller home or making a compromise. Sometimes it's about reclaiming your freedom and building the life that fits you and your current needs. Today, we're going to dive right into some smart strategies for downsizing in Orange County. Stick around till the very end because I've got a hot tip that'll help you move into the next chapter. First off, let's talk about the financial freedom aspects of it. You could lower your property taxes, or at the very least, if you have a low tax rate, you could take your same low tax rate with you. See my videos on Prop 19 and how that impacts you. With a smaller home, you're definitely going to have smaller utility bills, especially if you move to a smart home or a solar home. You're going to pay less for maintenance and repairs, right? Smaller home usually means smaller lot, smaller yard, or maybe you're moving to a condo or townhouse where the HOA is going to take care of all that stuff for you. If you're not spending so much on that mortgage, maybe that 30-year mortgage that you got at 40, you're gonna have more cash in your pocket. And that means more financial freedom to invest in the things you want, to spend it on your grandkids, spend it on your hobbies, have more travel, what you wanna do with your money, rather than paying for that big house that you no longer use. And a lot of it is about turning the equity, all that equity that you have in that huge home, into more financial freedom and financial flexibility. This isn't just a home upgrade, it's a lifestyle upgrade. Now, downsizing doesn't have to mean, but it can mean moving to a single-story home or a community with easy accessibility features. This is an opportunity, you guys, to truly streamline your life and make it the life that you want now while we have it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, guys. Look, everybody loves their home, especially if you've been there a long time. The kids grew up there. You know, maybe baby took his first steps in the living room there. There's a lot of emotional attachment to our homes, and it's hard to let go sometimes. I know this isn't just a house. It's not just a transaction. Look, I don't sell houses. I sell homes. Homes are where we live and where our families live. It's our safety, our protection, and our security. So anytime we think of moving the place we call home, it's stressful and worrisome. So how do you deal with it? First, start by acknowledging the memories, right? Know that this house has been great. It's held a lot of birthdays, graduations, scraped knees. A lot has happened in that home. So instead of losing a home, you're gaining a new chapter in life. And it's not about throwing away all of your stuff. It's about curating your memories and keeping close to you what's most important to you and getting rid of the stuff that doesn't serve you. Think of it as passing on treasures to new generations so that they can cherish them. Let's get practical. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. The biggest hurdle for most empty nesters is decluttering. Don't think of you gotta do the whole thing because otherwise it's overwhelming. Start with one room, one bookshelf, one corner. Places like the kitchen junk drawer is an amazing place to start. Label 4 boxes. One is keep, one is donate, one is sell, and the other one is trash or recycle. Be ruthless. You guys, you've got to be decisive, but be kind to yourself and give yourself space at the same time. When you pick something up, does it spark joy? And then ask yourself, have you used it in the last year? This has been a great rule for me to help me declutter and get rid of stuff, even if I found it valuable or useful. Have I used it in the past year? And if not, do we really need it? Digitalize a lot of your memories. Look, you guys, a lot of us have photo albums sitting around full of photos, taking up entire bookshelves. Consider putting some of those on a hard drive. That way, it's even easier to access them. You can just throw it up on the TV and flip through it with the remote. Look for family treasures. Involve the kids, involve the grandkids. See what everybody else wants. So once you've done the great purge, start visualizing your next perfect place. What does your right home look like? Are you looking for low maintenance living? Maybe consider condos, townhomes, smaller single family homes that are maybe in an association where the association takes care of the yard. How close is it to shopping, to church, to parks? Does it have a community park? And how close are those things? How close is it to the kids, to the grandkids? What's your drive or walk like that for? Next, think about community vibe. I mean, look, maybe you're not ready for a 55 plus community, and I get it, but think about the vibe in the community, right? Think about the activities. What's going on? What are the neighbors like? Is it a younger community or an older community? So look for neighborhoods with a friendly atmosphere that fits what you want, and maybe a strong community vibe or community centers where they get together and do lots of activities. When I sit down with a buyer, we do three things. We do, what are your must-haves? Absolutely non-negotiable, the house must have this. What are your like-to-haves? What would you like to have, but you can live without for the right home? And third, what are your must-not-haves? Write down the things absolutely non-negotiable that you do not want in your new home. Okay, now that we've done all this, now you're ready for the grand finale, selling your OC home. This is where hiring the right agent, an experienced agent who knows exactly how to serve you, has a great track record, and a good marketing plan can serve you best. And if you don't know one, I do. So when getting your home ready, do what I call smart prepping. Everybody asks me, Lucas, what should I do to get this home ready for sale? And I always say, look, it's more elbow grease than money. Are you gonna have to spend some money? Yes, but I'll tell you, paint and flooring are the least expensive upgrades that you can do to get the most ROI. Clean your house like it's never been cleaned before. Clean spots that you didn't even know existed in your house, and you will thank me later. Staging your home for sale. Less is more. You want it to look lived in. You also want enough room for buyers to be able to walk through and imagine themselves living in your home. Next, strategic pricing. This is where knowing the market comes into play. Everybody I talk to says, I know what my home is worth. I looked on Zillow. Well, guess what? Right now in the market, prices are going a little crazy. They're dropping a little bit. And every time you put a home online, Zillow will price it under that price. Even if it was priced more before you put it online, they will drop their price. They're guessing and they haven't even seen your home. So this is where hiring a professional and making sure you have a right agent who knows the area and knows your home is most important to you, because they're going to talk about not only what past homes have sold for, what buyers are paying right now in the market, and what you can do to best strategically price your home to get it sold as quickly as possible and for the most amount of money. Last but not least, timeline management. You guys, look, you don't want to move twice. So this is going to be critical. You want to make sure that you sell your home and move directly from your home into the new home. All right, here's my hot tip. Thanks for staying around till the end, you guys. I really appreciate it. Don't just downsize and declutter your home. Maybe downsize and declutter life a little bit. A lot of people move into a new home and they keep the same schedule and the same activities and keep doing the same things. Maybe declutter some of those things. Maybe make room for new activities. Look for new hobbies or new things you can do to fill some of your time. You guys, this isn't just about moving to a smaller house. It's about creating more room and more joy in your life. If you like this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share, and subscribe for more great videos. I'm Lucas Smith, broker owner, Sell My Home Real Estate. Thanks so much for taking the time and watching. I really appreciate it. We'll see you in the next video.